Hey guys, welcome back. We have learned a lot about the Apex methods, and in this video we are going to rewrite one of our previous code that we have written in the operator challenge. So if you remember the example, we were trying to write a logic to split the bill between Ross, Joey and Chandler, and we had used our ternary operator to solve this problem. But the issue with this code was there's a lot of duplicacy in this code. So this worked out well for us and we were able to correctly divide or split the bill between all three people. But what if there is a big party with 50 plus people? So are you going to use the same code to split the bill among 50 people? So this means you would have to copy this logic 50 times in your code, and we are not gonna do that, right? Again, as I'm saying, with each day we are learning new things and we can always improve our code writing. So the way we have written this code was based on our knowledge at that time, but now there is a lot of scope to improve this code. And if you think you can improve this code with the help of Apex methods, you can pause this video right here and try it out by yourself. So let's write the same logic with the help of our Apex method now, and I'm gonna create a new class, and let me close this anonymous window. Let's create a new class and we are gonna call it friends. Remember, our F should be in capital because the class name follows the Pascal case. And in this class we can write our logic to divide the bill. So let's copy everything from our anonymous window first, the way we have written our code before, and let's paste it here. So we have a menu card with pizza rates, and then we also know how many slices Ross ordered and how many slices Joey and Chandler ordered. So we'll keep our constant variables as it is. So this is a perfect code and there is no scope to improve it. The main area of focus in this code is this duplicate code, which we are copying 3 times. We can get rid of that, right? We can actually create a Apex method with this logic and we can call that Apex method each time with the number of slices, and this Apex method should return us the price a person should pay. So I'm gonna create a new Apex method here and I'm going to name it as get the bill, and this method is going to accept a integer parameter which will be like number of slices, and it's also going to return the price in integer itself. So first let's write our access modifier, which is public. Then after that we need to define the return type, which should be integer because this method is going to return integer value, and then the method name, which is get bill. And this method accepts an integer parameter and we are going to name it as number of slices. And here we can write our logic to calculate the bill. So let's copy our logic, paste it in this method. So this statement right here returns an integer value. So we can simply copy that as well. And we can simply rename this variable as bill to pay. Let's format our code so that we can read it better. And in the end we are going to use a return statement to return this bill to pay variable value. So let's simply use a return statement here and then copy paste this variable. So this statement right here is going to return the bill to the method caller. So I think we can get rid of all this code now except our variables, and let's have a look at our class now, how it looks. So we have 3 variables, which is our rate card, and then we have one single method which accepts the number of slices and returns the bill amount. Oh yeah, we can rename this to bill amount. That makes more sense, I guess. And we can save our class. So we have our logic right here in this method, and we can call this method as many times as we want, and we can calculate the amount Rose has to pay, Chandler has to pay, or Joey has to pay. So let's go back to our anonymous window, and here I'm gonna remove everything, even the number of slices. So first we are going to calculate what Rose has to pay, and remember the number of slices for Rose was 3. We can get rid of this variable, and we can even get rid of our logic as well. So first we are going to calculate how much amount Rose has to pay, and for that we can simply call our getBill method from the friends class. And to reach to this getBill method, remember first we need to create an instance of this class. So let's do that. So let's create a new instance, and you can name it as like Pizza Night, and we need to use our new keyword to actually create the instance of the class. And since we have the instance of the class with us now, you can simply use it to call our method, which is getBill, I guess. And here this method accepts the number of slices, and we can directly pass that number of slices as a parameter in this method call. And we know that Rose has ordered 3 slices, so we can directly pass 3 here, and we can get rid of this variable. And then we'll get our amount that Rose has to pay, and we'll simply print it. The same thing we can do for Chandler and Joey as well. Let's call this method 2 more times. We know that Chandler has ordered 1 slice, so we'll pass 1 this time, and then the same thing for Joey as well, with the value as 4. Now let's execute this code and see the output. So we have got the correct output, and this is the same output that we have got before as well, but our code looks much simpler now with one single method, and we are calling the same method multiple times. So that's all in this video. I just wanted to let you know guys, like how you can improve in your code writing, and you can rewrite all the examples of this course that we have written before. In the next video, be prepared for a challenge on the methods.